falling out, and Florida Man came to me. He apologized. He explained everything. He showed proof. I still wouldn't talk to him even in the DMs. We were in a Discord called Fent 3 where everything was being discussed, so it wasn't on live, to try to figure out what was going on. It was a plethora of people, at least over 60, I believe. And after that had happened, again, I had left. I was still being attacked by this said individual because I refused to take her side and go up against FM again, even though she just used him against me. So then I did a live on her with Florida Man. After that live, I said I was done and I was focusing on what I felt was important, and that was bigger issues that were going on in the world. I was trying to help people. I was doing fundraisers. I was doing call to actions. That was my content. That was my focus in my real life, online. There was no more drama. I wanted no part of it. And then in September, I deleted my TikTok when it was sold to America. And I sat in a Discord with some lovely individuals, and we would always voice our opinion. We were just spectators at that point. We were watching what was happening. We were seeing contradictions on all sides. We were seeing lies on all sides. We were seeing things we didn't agree with on all sides. When you just are the one sitting back and watching, it's a different perspective than when you're actually in it. We said some not so favorable things about Florida Man. He did not like that. He got screenshots of it because he was not allowed in this Discord. Somebody sent these screenshots out, and he called us out for it. And he did a video on a few of us, and, we had to go into a Discord, and he was not so nice. And we just hid for the entirety until I came back. We just hid because it felt like everybody was fighting, and it wasn't safe no matter what we did. I came back because I noticed that my friends were still actively being attacked, doxxed, bullied, harassed, even though it was supposed to be that when he went to prison or jail, peace was supposed to be made. But that's not what ended up happening. And one of the leading people to this movement is Scam and Scammy, Diagnosis Amnesia, and a few others who I will not speak on because, to be quite honest with you, they clearly don't give a fuck what they're doing, and the less attention for them, the better. Okay? So to label me a Florida Man supporter when I actively, as well as the people around me, tried to stop what was happening on the back end is a reach beyond belief.
I mean, she's a Florida Man supporter. I mean, she's been friends, then not friends, then friends with them again. And now she's been trying to act like she's some kind of awareness person when she's totally not. And she's really horrible at it. Just recently, the whole Checkmate awareness group allowed her to kind of run a live stream for about an hour or so that was about Caught in 4K. And most of what she showed was like stuff that I already exposed about Caught in 4K, aka Sour Patch, like a year and a half ago.
So number one, you sound entirely jealous, Scam. Like, that was weird. That was I already did that. Like, first of all, you did not show what I showed because you were never a personal victim to the things that she did. Let's get that straight. Okay? You never were in that situation. The screenshots I showed, nobody had seen before unless they were around 2 years ago. You didn't bat an eye to the shit that was happening to me by Sour Patch. So at that time, you didn't have those screenshots to show because you were so far up fucking Florida man's ass, it wasn't even funny. So, let's get an understanding that it's very strange to assume that because you already spoke on somebody, nobody else needs to because the queen has spoken. That shit's fucking weird. I don't know if you play your lives back, but you sound silly. Like, you sound silly with some of the things that you say. I digress.
AKA Sour Patch, like a year and a half ago. Like, a lot of the stuff about her being racist and all that, like, I already had put all that out. And, like, I've already put out all the information about her interacting, caught in 4K, interacting with a minor and all of that. So,
Missy Muffins, what do you want to come up?
And I want to make something also clear. I didn't know about no minor because I would have put that shit out a long time ago. But I also never heard you talk about it before. Maybe I'm wrong. I try not to pay attention to you. Unless I absolutely have to. So, let's see. You picked apart my videos, which I found to be interesting. I don't understand why you picked them apart the way they did, or the way you did, considering you spoke on me first, ho. I stopped talking about you. But you can't keep my name and the association of FM out of your mouth so that nobody listens to me. And you've done it since I came back. And also, as far as the people who still do sit with Florida Man and the people who still support him, he's in prison, honey. He is so far away from you that this is all you've ever wanted. And a lot of those people are good people. That's why they stuck through the bullshit. Because they didn't want him to get to the point where he just did whatever the fuck he wanted. And if they could try to stop him, that was the goal. And I'm not going to say all of them. But you could talk shit about people for, where they sit. But don't forget who you have sitting in your corners, in your shadows. The people you don't want people to know are around. The people who make your shitty AI videos for you to go live and to whine for 4 hours. Okay? Because I know, and you know I know. But I guess we'll get there, right? So, you said I was irrelevant. And if I'm so irrelevant, then why did you go to everybody who would listen to you when I first came back on the awareness side to make sure nobody listened to me? To make sure I didn't have a chance to speak to you? I found that ironic. I found it funny. Breezy baby, you said that I'd be showing old ass screenshots and I think you forgot that like 30 minutes prior to you saying that, your buddy was in her own live showing screenshots from 2025 on people that she was speaking on last night. So I'm not sure if you really are both that dense that you can't see where you say things the opposite of what you expect from others. But if I wanted your opinion on anything about myself, I'd ask you for it. You also said that Florida Man's people are doing really horrible things right now, when in the reality, they're thriving to get their children off of people's pages. They are trying so hard to get their phone numbers and their homes down. They're trying to find out who gave the P3DO that has now been invited to this side their children's information. Who is still making this person feel comfortable in these spaces now that they know what he did. That's what they're doing. And you are seizing the opportunity to kick them when they're already down. And he's been gone for 4 months, I believe now. And it's still happening. I sent Mrs. Homey proof of certain individual who has people's information up. I did not want to state who in the live because I don't want to bring any attention to it. But that person sits in spaces with Scam, is in her lives, and Scammy as well. But that's okay, right? That's okay because it's not them. We don't need to talk about that. Can you go to video number 2? So the next one's a video. So in this video, she brings me up saying I was in a Discord with Spread Love. Now, mind you, she did her live on the sewer Discord on 6/17, and nowhere was I found. But last night, she decided to show Spread Love in a Discord on March 30th. And then she scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls down. Hey, love, it's not showing anything. I don't know. It's like all blurry.
Scroll through to the part.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at your card.
The builder is in here interacting in the same Discord. Okay? They're in a Discord together. It's the one called the sewer.
To be there. She was very happy to join.
Can somebody shut off the comments, please?
Moonstar, you requested a box. Did you want a box? Can everyone please tap? I'm sure they're reporting. I'm trying to get all the accounts, but I'm sure they are reporting.
I mean, all of these screenshots will come out separately in videos, and I've been slacking on that. So I'm going to put out more screenshots from this Discord into videos so you can see all of this stuff and read all of it. It's not the point to read all of it right this second because there's so much of it. You'll see the date. You'll see the date. Just,
Scroll real fast, girl.
Screenshot so people can't say that I'm altering anything. Here's Bob, June 19th. And now she's being facetious.
Can you pause that for a second?
She's friends with these people, okay? And you'll see that.
It is very worrisome to me that you have to explain to your chat that I was being facetious during this interaction. Very concerning. Because no fucking shit. Go ahead, you can push play. Sorry. I just needed to say that because that was crazy that she had to say that. Not once, but I believe she says it twice.
She's being facetious when she says, I came in here to say you are all vile, disgusting, despicable individuals. This chat is worse than talking with a P3DO and actively condoning those who did. Who? And although everyone else can stick beside their friends for their behaviors and publicly stand 10 toes on allowing a P3DO to the community, as well as ignore the chat that's telling them a P3DO is streaming them and not take the opportunity to have 700 people in their lives go and report the account. If you ever talk to FM, you are more terrible. How dare y'all? I do not condone this tomfoolery. You're all grounded, no Wi-Fi for a week. Now she's not really condemning them. She's being facetious with all of that. She thinks that saying that stuff is funny because you're going to see more posts by her. Still commenting. Oh, here, there. I came in here to tell everyone how terrible this chat is and to let everyone know this is not okay. You're all terrible, terrible individuals. And if I see one talk about genitals in here, I'm clenching my pearls and calling a pastor. You darn kids and you sex and drugs SMH. And you can see they're all like laughing.
Yeah, because it was funny.
So she's not, really condemning them at all. Like, she's trying to be funny.
Yeah, and it was.
She's still interacting here, too.
Names. A lot of disgusting stuff said about people in here. So yeah, that's what she's condoning.
Those are the members. And look, who's a member? Spread love. Hold on. I just wanted to check and make sure Spread Love is still a member in there. Members, Spread Love. See it? Okay. There you go. There's proof. Roberta the Builder in Discord with Spread Love. So I rolled through to the part where Roberta...
My turn, because, sweetheart, you said last night you have a calculated mind and you take full-blown responsibility for that. Well, bitch, I grew up in a place where I had to constantly prove myself, so I always make sure that before shit can be said, I have the proof that it's not true. So, would you mind going to... did I put that in there? I had to have. The next video.
That wanted to get pictures for ulterior motives. Oh yeah, I mean they're so red hot. They're so red hot on finding out. Oh well, did Scam and Scammy, were they in contact with Misfit Toys? We want to see the chats. We want to see F you all. Chats? Exactly, F you all. And number two, these people that were in that don't even know who these people were in there. It could be anybody because it was an open server. All you needed was an invitation, and anybody in there could have invited anybody. The invitation was posted on a TikTok account. Mm-hmm. So anybody who came across that TikTok account could literally click on the link and get in. And these are the ones yelling so much about this chat and these people were in this chat together and that chat together, wanting to freaking crucify people. And you know what? These people were also in this server that you're gonna see. Right. So, this is a warning to anybody who in there that wanted to get pictures for
here, pause that, because I am gonna have you play that again and I'll tell you why. Okay. At that time, when they showed the sewer chat, it was just days before that, I believe 1 or 2, that I requested to see their messages with the same P3DO I was telling you about that was invited into this community. If everybody remembers, Mexican Homie did a live on the CIA chat. Okay? Well, within that CIA chat, there were other chats going on. And there was an individual who was pretending to be a woman. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened. There was somebody pretending to be a woman. And Smash did find out later that it was not a woman. There was information out about this individual. And the information out about this individual was heinous crimes that he had done. Smash said she didn't see those lives because she wasn't paying attention. I can't say for factual if that's true or not. I'm not Smash. I'm not anybody. But what I do know is she took responsibility.
Roberta.
Yes.
Anthony was not in the CIA chat.
I know he wasn't, but he was in the other chats that everybody had going on.
You said CIA.
No, I said amongst the CIA chats, there were other chats going on for that green light situation.
Okay, well, where I found out who Anthony was, I had direct messages with him. I wasn't in any other groups.
Okay, I know he had.
I think there's some confusion there. That I think some people at the beginning thought that he was in the CIA chat and he was not. So I just want to make that clear.
No, right. No, yeah, thank you for clearing that up. No, he was not in the CIA chat. He was a part of other chats. So I know he had like a group chat with Contrary and 13. I know that he spoke to other individuals, and we knew that by seeing the Snapchat thing. But this person would make videos, and this person was being given information on people. And then it later came out, Smash went live, told everybody who this person was, said that she had found out about this person's charges. And when that occurred, that's when people started to question, what information does this man have on me? Because children were being put out. Grown and young have been being passed around of people who once sat with Florida Man. So thank you for clearing that up, Smash. At that time, when all that was going on, Smash was getting a lot of heat for it. And, you know, rightfully so. Smash owned it. Smash said, you know, she was the one who came forward and said this person was who they were. But there was people he was protecting. There were people that he was not showing messages on, and he started to go live and show messages on Smash. Okay? And within those messages, certain people were being shown and certain people weren't. It came to find out that in one message, he said that the reason he was doing what he was doing was because he wanted Scammy back on the app. And he had a special relationship with Scammy because she was a band teacher or some weird shit. I don't know. But, you know, Scammy never spoke on it. And in the clip I just played was in the beginning of the sewer live, to which where she says, we're not showing you our messages. Now, the hypothesis, or I'm sorry, what people have assumed, what people think, what people feel, allegedly, was that this releasing of the sewer chat and this big hurrah about the sewer chat was a distraction from what was actually happening. That everything was being put on Smash and nobody else was showing theirs. Nobody else was putting what their part in it was out. And I wanted to know what happened. So if you play that video again so people can hear. Sorry for the confusion with that, by the way. There was a lot going on in those times. So if your brain hurts, I apologize. Mine does too.
Wanted to get pictures for ulterior motives. Oh yeah, I mean they're so red hot. They're so red hot on finding out. Oh well, you know, did Scammy? Were they in contact with Misfit Toys? We want to see the chats. We want to see F you all. Chats? Exactly, F you all. And number two, these people that were in that don't even know who these people were in there. It could be anybody because it was an open server. All you needed was an invitation, and anybody in there could have invited anybody. The invitation was posted on a TikTok account. Mm-hmm. So anybody who came across that TikTok account could literally click on the link and get it. And these are the ones yelling so much about this chat, and these people were in this chat together and that chat together, you know, wanting to freaking crucify people. And you know what? These people were also in this server that you're gonna see. Right. So, you know, this is a warning to anybody who in there that wanted to get pictures for.
And if you could put up screenshot number 4. Anybody who knows Scammy and Scam know Kool-Aid Mustache. Kool-Aid Mustache started making videos on me in defense of Scam and Scammy. This individual had posted a screenshot of his Snapchat history. And in that Snapchat history, can you get closer by chance to where the arrows are? I don't know if you could see or not. I do have a video on my page if you want to go watch that. But that name right there is Kool-Aid Mustache. Okay? So I had called Kool-Aid Mustache out for being in the Snapchat history download. And she had gotten in a box that I was in a live, and said that she had no history with this individual. They did not message back and forth. Can you go to screenshot, or the next screenshot, number 5, I believe? This is another video he made where he says, I don't see what the problem is. And if you look, you see Kool-Aid Mustache and you see received, which means there was exchanged messages. There were absolutely exchanged messages, and nobody said anything about it. And by that point in time, I was very disgusted. We had reported it. We did everything we could, went to TikTok legal. I put out a video to tell people how to go and do that, to go through the email route. Nothing is taking his account down. So when that sewer chat was released by Scam, the very next day, I went into that sewer chat, or 2 days later, I guess, because it was the 17th, I believe her live was, and I went in on the 19th. Can you go to screenshot number 6? It's a video. And if you could turn off the comments. This is my rendition of when I entered the sewer chat and when I left, which is where you failed to put out, Scam, and I'm sure that was very much so on purpose. There I come in at 12:47 on the 19th. That is a screenshot I put in the chat of somebody letting Scam know that that person was streaming her, and it was fine. Nothing was said. And I actually anticipated these to be shown. We all did. Why do you think that we all went in there, sweetheart? Yikes. I'm leaving. Can you pause that? I'm sorry. I'm leaving. All of these pictures of Scammy are making me sick. You are all horrible. And I hope you sit with my words. I hope it eats you all alive. And in case anybody needed to be told, I was being facetious. Okay. I think that's the end of that. Can you go to screenshot number 7?
Seven?
Yes,
That
please.
was
It's not. It's a video. Yeah. Sorry, I said screenshot.
okay. Well,
My bad.
that's what I have.
It should play. Yeah, there we go. That was the sewer up top. Leave server. Yes. Okay. So I left. I screen recorded myself leaving. And yeah, I'm not in there, and I haven't been. And the total amount of time that I was in that server came to, I believe, 29 minutes. 29 minutes I was in the server for. All right. Why didn't you show that part, Scam? Why not? Because much like everything else you show, you only cut things that fit your narrative. You knew I was never in that Discord. And then when you saw that I entered, you seized the opportunity to make it look like I was involved, entangled, or a part of anything that I was not. Give me 1 second. Let me find this part of the live. Now, the next part, she showed our messages. This is where I came in. This was what I was trying to tell people when I came back. But nobody would listen to me. And I guess I understand to an extent. I did pop into things, I'm sure, with all the commotion and with Scam's beautiful ability to be able to cut things and not tell things honestly and whatever. It was easy to believe that maybe I was not somebody who could be trusted, or you didn't want to hear my voice. I expected more, I guess, but I also learned at a young age you shouldn't really expect anything from anybody. So, with that being said, let me try to get this there. Oh, actually, before that happens, you also put up a screenshot of my own video where it says, Scammy, does Scam know that while she was, or while you were being harassed, Scammy helped push the videos of your Google Drive? I know that some individuals were scrutinized for having Google Drives. Scam also has Google Drives. And when that was exposed by Queen Witch, in Scam court, somebody put a screenshot of her video and posting it. Can you please put up number 8? And we're just gonna.
Scammy, does Scam know that while she was being harassed, you helped push the videos of her Google Drive out there? Whose Google Drive?
I have no clue what this is all about.
I don't know what.
I never had access to any Google Drive.
I had a Google Drive, and the Google Drive had all the videos saved that I needed for court in it.
Right.
And my mods all had access to it. Like, because they were helping to put stuff in there that I was going to need for court against Florida Man.
It's funny she had so much to say about not sending people to report a P3DO account while actively live. Like, just, oh, he was streaming you. Oh, okay. What? I mean, they could go report him if they wanted. I mean, they were streaming you too, but also
Bob, when
them actively reporting you while you're actively calling out and trying to get a actual P3DO Thomas off the app. Nothing about that.
Right. And there was a night when I think Roberta was in a box. It might have been in Virgo's live, and they found out that a P3 was streaming them. They didn't send everybody over there to report. Like, she didn't say. I don't think they said anything. I think they just said, like, stop streaming us or something. Like,
no. What happened was I got into Virgo's box when she found out that he was streaming her, and I told her, hey, you should go play his charges. And you know what she did? She played his charges while he streamed her, so that he could hear over and over again what he did. And when I found out he was streaming me the other day, I absolutely called him a disgusting piece of shit. And no, I did not tell people to go to report, because guess what? We've been trying that and it's not working. But when that happened weeks ago, would have been a perfect time for you, because at that time, nobody was reporting except for the people who were in these quarters. Except for the people who knew. I also find it really odd, Breezy, that you make comments about she only wants you to call out this P3DO. Bitch, I'm not on the side of the app for the P3DO hunters. That shit triggers me. This person is here. Okay? I would never condemn anybody for calling out that kind of stuff. I personally couldn't mentally handle it. It's not for everybody. But this person is here. You understand? That makes sense? That was such a weird statement to make. Breezy, there's a reason Scam talks all over you all the time, and it's because she doesn't care to hear what you have to say, and clearly neither do I. But, what are we on, 9? I believe. Oh, yes, 9. There's the Google Drive. And if you look down at the very bottom where it says repost it, there's Scammy's Santa picture. Okay? That's what that was. That's what that was all about. Since you, I don't know what she's talking about. Okay. Keep not knowing. So now we're going to go into her speaking about our conversation. And this is what I was talking about. This is why I came back. This was one of the reasons I wanted her attention. This is what I wanted to ask her about. At the end of March, I did a live of March of 2025. I did a live with Florida Man that I spoke on. Okay. Within that live that I did with Florida Man, I was friends with Scam, because Scam had actually been on my platform when I was trying to defend myself against Florida Man. And we never had problems because I didn't get involved. Nobody was speaking on her. I wasn't involved in that shit to begin with, other than making 2 videos. One of Oprah Winfrey handing out protection orders, and one basically saying you got to be careful with some awareness creators, because some of them don't want you to not spend your money. They just don't want you to spend their money or your money on other people other than them. I had apologized to Scam. I had taken the videos down. We were fine. She showed messages from back in April. Now, this is after my live with Florida Man. We were mutuals. She absolutely knew I did this live because it was a big deal in the stuff that was happening. That was the live that Scammy was in the comments of, laughing about her stick figure. So, oh, is this number 10? Oh, it might have been. Yeah. My bad. So she had showed all the other ones, and I'm showing this. I was blamed for something I shouldn't have been blamed for. And then I found out 5 other people were blamed for it as well. It really fucked with my mental. And then I also found, you could go to number 11. I was blamed by 13. I went to Scam because I had a screenshot of 13 talking shit on her after Scam had taken her to Indiana to get her PO. I let her know that I was doing a live on 13, and I explained in depth why I was doing the live. I invited her to come to the live if she wanted to, but I let her know her name would be in a screenshot that I would be sharing that night. Had nothing to do with SA. Okay? Like she claimed last night. I sent her the screenshots of the things that 13 had said to me. You can go to the next one, number 12. This is some personal information about me, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be put out there soon anyway. At the end, you see, yep, sounds like she's blaming a bunch of people. Like, really? Don't put that on me. I didn't say anything untrue about her, and I had helped her a lot since then. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if she's in PA or not, and I'm only hearing about stuff. Now, the reason with the PA is because of PA's certain laws with something. Can you go to number 13, please? I honestly try to stay out of it. I really want no part. I really don't want to associate most of them because I see their true colors. I'm busy bringing awareness to scammers, beggars, and child predators on my platform. Can elaborate more if you have time for a call. I'm sorry. I know you're busy. I know you have your own personal stuff going on. Hope you're okay. Can you go to number 14? She says it'll be okay, breathe. I think this is some kind of game to her, but not to me. None of this is a game at all. But yeah, just let me know when you'll be available. Now, this was prior to the multitude of lives that Scam was in with her. This was prior to her, Scam, and Scammy having their own life together on something that was untrue. And Scam knew was untrue. Can you go to number 16, please? Trying to rush through this, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's already been an hour. Hey, how are you? I'm alive. Same, obviously doing good. That's good. Listen, I wanted to text you for 2 reasons. One is I know Judge Truth is a friend of yours, but she was live saying some prejudiced things. I know how you also stand against racism, so I would hope that you could educate her or try your best. Today's climate really makes it apparent that the education is missing piece where between racism and ignorance. If you could feel comfortable, of course. Can you go to the next one? And I do want to make something very abundantly clear. I went to Scam not to start any shit between Judge Truth and her. I literally thought that she could have a conversation with her because I was listening to a live that was kind of having me heated. And I'm the type of person who I feel it's more productive to go to somebody personally. And I didn't know Judge Truth like that. I had never had a conversation with her. I didn't even know who she was. All I knew was she was a friend of hers. If this really has me confused and just disgusted, to be honest, I wanted to come straight to you with this question. Why didn't you correct 13 when she told everyone on a platform that SA was in her protection order, even when you told Banana it wasn't? And listen, I'm not coming at you. I'm coming to you. I just don't understand. And that topic particularly is significant to me. I just don't understand how you would allow that. Mind you, Scam went with 13 to get her protection order. She read her protection order front and back. She went live from a Denny's speaking of said protection order. I was friends with 13 at the time that this protection order was obtained. Okay? She had said Judge Truth was not a friend of hers. I actually recently heard something. I'm sorry. The comments threw me off. Can you put it? Thank you. Recently heard some things said about how trans people shouldn't use bathrooms. It bothered me. I even told many of my mods. I kind of warned them about being in Truth's live streams because of it. What prejudice things did she say? I'm not typically watching her live streams, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. I don't recall ever hearing 13 say that SA was part of the evidence in the the protection case, Banana and Cassandra, and I think, can you go to the next one? And I think some others, something, it was part of the case. So I did not let Banana know that it was not true. I saw the petition 13 filed, and I saw her evidence she presented. If I had heard 13 ever say anything SA was part of her protection order case, I would have most certainly questioned it. I said, oh, I thought she was because I saw her in your lives getting along, so I figured you and Scammy had the same relationship with her. My mistake. My mistake, I didn't know that you're a fake bitch. And instead of telling bitches how you feel, you got to go behind their backs and talk shit. And you didn't have the balls to say it to her face. So when I sent this conversation out and those pieces of that conversation got used, it made you look bad because you don't have the balls to stand up for what you believe in. Actually, you just hold on to people if they know shit about you or you think will cause problems for you until, it's beneficial for you not to anymore. My bad, I didn't know that. I think acting like she isn't saying these things is bad, and she was just commenting on the N-word and how she doesn't think anybody has the right to say it, even though that is not our place as white people to tell people who suffered off of a word due to who are white, if they cannot say the word that has been harmful to them. There is a lot of phrasing used in that live that made me sick. And even when people tried to educate her, she was defensive and just played rude. It was just so gross. Also, I know you have seen her lives, and can you go to the next one? Have been a part of her lives while she has said it, but there was proof I cannot provide. Scam was absolutely in Scammy's live when 13 did a live with Scammy. She was in the comments. And one thing that Scam has been really good at doing lately, it's been being on other people's platforms and not doing certain things on hers. Now, more so recently, she has been going live about this kind of stuff in the past couple of weeks on her own platform. But for a while there, she was basically in a multitude of other people's lives. So at that time, she was doing the same thing. She was going in Scam's live. She was going in other people's lives and telling them, what all the lives that were going on. But she never went live herself. Why? So she doesn't have to say it happened on her platform. However, there's physical proof. You have to know since you have known since October, and yet you still never publicly told those whose ears believed 13 because you have given her a platform for your personal issues with Florida Man for her to share hers. So people have ran with this narrative and you stayed quiet. I also heard you say you were cool with her again. Whether or not that is true or not, I'm not sure. But are you going to publicly correct this disgusting allegation and lie she is running with and publicly, especially since you were the one who was there at the court and helped her with her documentation and has shared your platform for your followers? Yes, Scam absolutely helped her write out her documentation. She helped her with the paperwork. In that screenshot that was shown before that I had sent her, that was one of the things that it was talking about, was her helping her with her paperwork. I said, Scam, thousands of women a day don't come forward because they are not believed, or do come forward and are not believed. And it's because of women who do things like that. I was not believed when I was a teenager to the point I had to leave a school. I think what I'm trying to say, can you go to the next one? Oh, I guess you can't really see it. I said something. I was trying to say something, but oh, wait, no, here we go. I think what I'm trying to say is that you are just as bad if you don't speak up for this. Normally, I don't deem others responsible for other people's doings on this app, as we are all grown. But with proof, you have known since at least October and said nothing in a situation you were there for. And by saying with proof, the proof that I had to show her that she known. I sent her videos of Scams live, but there were no comments, so I was unable to prove she was absolutely in that live. But anybody who knows Scam and Scammy, she was in that live. And since you have used your voice to call out others, my assumption would be that you would do the same in this case, even if it doesn't push your agenda. Again, I'm not trying to come at you, I'm coming to you. And in these screenshots, which I have a video on my page, is her telling Banana that it was not in her protection order, and that the language used in her protection order is the same language used in Scam's protection order, because they put it on all protection orders. Can you go to the next one? That's basically all of that. The protection order, you can go to the next one. That's the first one. Essay was never brought up for 13's PO. I was there. I saw all the evidence. You can go to the next one. Also, Scam, I heard that you're saying that the comments are being turned off for some egregious reason. What was it? You're saying I hid the comments in the sewer chat. I don't know. I'm turning off, the comments are being turned off so people could see the proof that you ever so asked for. I made sure I came with enough of it at this point. This was the protection order. The blurred out part were names. That wasn't anything pertaining, but if you look, the respondent is hereby enjoined from threatening to commit or committing acts of family violence, stalking, sex offenses, a course of conduct involving repeated or whatever conflict, whatever. So what's basically in every single protection order? Mate, can you please go to the next one? And not in the PO. I saw the evidence. I was there. I helped her file the petition. I saw it was not there. Can you go to the next one? More of her telling her that it was not in the PO. This was October 16th. My conversation with Scam is in November, and my conversation happened shortly after Banana went live and told everybody that she absolutely lied for 13 and showed the proof of 13 asking her to lie and say that she was on the phone when this incident occurred. And that is why I went to Scam. Can you go to the next one, please? I've only been in her live streams a handful of times in the last year since I found out she said that and other disturbing stuff. I've been keeping my distance with her. I didn't hear or participate in any of the live streams today, so I didn't know all that was said. I'm not sure if Scammy was in there or not. I know is she was busy with personal stuff today, and I haven't seen her on TikTok at all today. I said, but you have known since October and haven't said anything. You have sat next to her for months, led her in your lives, and co-signed most of what she said. I'm not sure if it said is, but if Scammy Claus was either, but like I said, I hope she speaks with her because that live will be posted many places, I'm sure. She said, I'm confused. I never heard 13 say about essay until after court. Can you go to the next one, please? When am I supposed to correct? When have I given her a platform? I don't have personal issues with FM. He's been stalking and harassing me for like 1.5 years now. I'd love if people could correct him on his recent slander of me because that would be great. I said, right after court, the same time you two were speaking about the Florida man stuff nearly daily with her. She has been in your box talking about you. Your followers believed her because you let her on your platform, but you have not corrected it even though you knew. 13 and I have never been friends. Can you go to the next one? No, she has not. I've never even gone live about that topic with the exception of immediately after her court hearing. I have all my live streams recorded and posted. That's not true. I did not say that. That wasn't me. I have never gone live on my platform with 13 in a box about this topic. A situation I was aware of since October. Banana told me about it in confidence and asked me not to tell anyone. I didn't. She said she was going to admit it and take accountability. That entire situation didn't have anything to do with me. It was not a part of the court hearing. Can you go to the next one? I just want you guys to listen to this. Oh, is it not playing the sound?
Accusing an innocent person of SA that could literally put them in danger. They're acting like people shouldn't be mad about that.
411, 412. The comments are all like, oh, we need to go over there and report them. Because
that's not true.
No. Why are y'all so mad over there?
Because y'all are liars.
They are so mad.
Yeah.
Y'all are liars.
So yes, you're absolutely right, Scam. Going along with false information about SA claims for your own personal vendetta is very wrong. And anybody would be mad about that. Right? That's what you said. Can you go to number 30? Or whatever the next one is. I don't know. I'm lost. Lying about SA should never be a secret you hold for someone, but that's my morality, I guess. I mentioned the Florida man stuff because Banana knows for a fact Florida man is slandering me. I have interacted and met up with her in real life when Tommy was in the hospital. I helped her too in person, just saying. Cool, I helped her too, Scam. I don't know what you were trying to brag about, but all right. She said she was going to take accountability for it. I was on a cruise when she told me. She literally went live 1 to 2 days later and admitted it. It wasn't 1 to 2 days later. That is not true. Can you go to the next one? Scam, you have platformed her for Florida Man. People off your following followed her to follow the saga. So regardless if she's publicly said it in your live or not, she said it multiple times in others' lives. There go. People were following her because of the attention you wanted to bring to the Florida man stuff, which is fine. But Banana even told you in that message that 13 told everyone she had an SA allegation in that protection order. And you said it was a lie and that it wasn't. That was in October. It is the end of November, and you have yet to tell your platform that listened to her on the various claims she made on your platform many times. Why would I publicly discuss anyone else's SA allegations? I don't know what happened. I was not there. I was not involved with any of that or whatsoever. Ma'am, you knew that it wasn't in there since the day you went with her. What do you mean you weren't going to speak on it? You knew for a fact, no questions asked, that that was not in there. If you can go to the next one, hon. No, but you did know it wasn't in the PO. And you did know that she asked Banana to lie for her, correct? No, that is not true. I've never platformed 13 on this issue. You must be misinformed. Please feel free to go back and review any of my live streams. Not a fucking second for a fucking commercial break for me to go watch your YouTube, girl. That was classless. Attention I want to bring to Florida man stuff. I only shared my own story, and that was only ever on my platform immediately after the court hearing. I was not associated with any of their lies. I don't trust neither Banana or 13. They both lied about stuff. All I did was help 13 to... Can you go to the next one? Get the PO. No, you didn't. You literally spent how many days talking about the swamp store stuff? That isn't your story. You held multiple lives and having other people share theirs, which I don't care. That's your business. Do you? But if you do platform people who lie about serious things, even if the lie wasn't spoken on your platform, don't you think it's your duty to say, hey, this person I had on my platform lied about X, Y, Z. So I'm not sure what else you may have lied about, Or are you so hell-bent on never letting your audience make poor judgment calls on people so you cover up those harmful things for your own personal gain? Can you go to the next one? When Banana called me back in October, I didn't know if she was being truthful either. It is my story. Alachua County investigator called me and asked me for my help with that, much like I'm sure the FBI called Scammy, but okay. Scam, you found out about the Facebook post and involved yourself. What are you talking about? 13 hasn't been on my platform in a box about anything since November 2024. Once, like a year ago. It was strictly about a PO, nothing else. Nothing about SA. That was actually November 2025, my love, when that PO was obtained, but okay. Can you go to the next one? Yep, and they called me. I still have the voicemail messages and emails with the investigator. Bottom line, you know the truth. The SA allegation was not in a report. There's plenty of proof of 13 saying it. There's proof of her asking for Banana to lie. There's plenty of voice recordings that depicted their time together until he was no longer wanted to speak to her. With that information, are you going to let your audience know that a woman that you have had in your spaces lied when she said those things, or are you going to pretend it didn't happen? That is all I want to know. Rewrite history. What am I wrong about telling the truth? Last night she said, obviously, no, I wasn't going to do it. Clearly. Can you go to the next one? I'm so confused. I never heard 13 say that, and she never said that on my platform, ever. If you want to have a phone call, just call me here. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something or vice versa, and we could clear all these things up. Absolutely not. I'm not going to have a phone call with you. What? Scam, she made videos on it. She said it many lives. Are you for real right now? Would you like me to send you the screenshots? Because in this moment, you know, you have the opportunity right now to make some people, the same people who told you to listen to her story, aware that this is not something that this is something she lied about. Yes, I haven't seen any of that. 13 only ever spoke on her PO while on my platform, right after she got it in November 2020. Oh, wait, this was the same one, I think. It's 2025, lady. You can go to the next one. I have to respectfully decline a call. I'm with my kiddos, and I don't want them to hear the nature of this topic. Completely understand. Scam, all I'm asking if you're going to publicly correct her saying that while she was with you. Or with your help, she filled out the PO that included SA allegations. The PO did not include SA allegations. And she never made that claim on my platform. I'm so confused. I already stated that. You can go to the next one. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. I'm not asking you to talk about the voice memos of her saying the vulgar things about her time with Florida. Oh, I don't even know. I remember saying this. I'm asking you to speak on her false claims of SA. I'm not even asking you to tell people she has been out of the lie for her. And say she got a call from 13 and Banana heard her scream no. I'm not asking if you are going, or I am asking if you're going to go on your platform and state that PO that 13 had did not include SA allegations, despite the claims she made that it was. Please just say yes or no. We are going in circles at this point. I've never heard 13 claim SA was part of PO. I can't correct something I don't know about. I said, I'm going to get you one and I'll send it to you. Okay, if you do have time to talk sometime tonight, just let me know. I will be in an important, you can go to the next one. This is another commercial break she did with me, which I wasn't even on the app at the time, so. I have an important live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, though. Not sure how long that will last. Drink your Ovaltine. I wish I could be there, but it's a Saturday, so the kids get to stay up a little later, and I usually knock out pretty early, so I'm not sure if I'll be up after your live. Okay, no problem. Just letting you know I'm more than willing to actually have a conversation. It's not my live. It's hosted by another awareness creator, but it's about something I've been covering. I've also found out more details about what Judge Truth was saying. Also, thank you. I could see where the live is. I usually go to Drama Talk for lives. And I said that facetiously because I know her and BB aren't friends anymore. So I was letting her know that I watch all my live streams on BB's YouTube at the time. Can you go to the next one? These are the lives I sent her. You can turn the comments back on. These were the lives that 13 was in Scam's box. Or Scammy's box. I apologize. Scammy's box. And I think you're muted, my love.
You're right. Yes, it did happen. I did keep it a secret for a long time.
Which is absolutely allowed.
Yeah, the only one that I spoke to about it was Banana. She was the first one, and the only one that knew about it. And Scam knows about it. It was also on my PFA. That's exactly right. Yes, it did happen. I did keep it a secret for a long time.
Which is absolutely allowed.
Can you go to number 41?
I spoke to about it was.
And then she said, wouldn't that be the reason why she would be getting a protection order? And why didn't she report that? Because he would be arrested for that.
It's on my PFA.
Okay. And then she said, wouldn't that be the reason why she would be getting a protection order? And why didn't she report that? Because he would be arrested for that.
It's on my PFA.
Okay. And then
Okay, you
she
can
said,
stop
wouldn't
that.
that be the reason why?
So I sent these to her. Can you go to number 42? Mind you, in that live, she said Scam knew about it. Okay? And that was in Scammy's live. Oh, it's not a video. It's just a screenshot. Now, can you move it up a little? Okay. Now, those were your friends' lives. And she said you knew. So are you going to public speak about it now? Yes or no? I knew much afterward. It was not part of the PFA. You knew about what much afterward? I'm confused. You've made it very clear it was not in the PFA. She said in that live it was part of the PFA. So which one was it? But she said it was. Are you going to correct her publicly? Is Scammy going to now correct her publicly? Why would I speak on it? I never knew she said that until now. It doesn't involve me. It wasn't a part of the PFA and not why I helped her. But thank you for sending. I never knew she said that. She said you knew. She went with you. You were in the live, Scam. Scammy is your friend, no? Why would I do that? If I corrected everyone's lies, I'd be live 24/7. Banana lied. Can you go to the next one? Why would I do that? Okay. Banana lied too. So did Cat. So did FM. So did Queen Witch. I don't go live about them. That's a damn lie. You are really going to sweep this under the rug like that isn't your responsibility as a woman to correct this lie. I knew afterward, months afterward. I was in that live. I don't address any of those liars on my platform. I stay away from all of them as much as possible by choice. So basically what she is saying, if she thinks less of you and a heinous lie is made and that lie is connected to her because that person says that you were involved in it, she doesn't feel it necessary to clear up those lies. That's what that was. Can you go to the next one? Wow, Scam, you really are exactly what they say you are. I really thought if I came to you with respect, woman to woman, you'd see that as a large platform that entertained a lot of 13's lies, this one you'd realize that you gave ears and a platform. And so did your friend Scammy to a woman who lied and included you in that lie. And you can't even go as little as go live and say, I just want people to know that with the recent events that I heard 13 has stated an essay was listed in her PFA that I know is not true. And I was with her and helped her with paperwork. Wild. Okay, well, thank you. That's all. What are you talking about? I blocked her at this point. Okay. And I did send those messages to the appropriate places because I do not give a flying fuck what any of you feel about FM. Putting a false SA allegation on somebody is so harmful to everything, not just to that person if you don't care about that person, but harmful to other women. So, can you play the video number 45? This was from the live last night.
Oh, just wait. Hold on. Let me find.
And I think this is the point that she really started wanting to go after you. It wasn't because of, actually you doing anything. It was because you wouldn't do what she wanted you to do on your platform.
So right after that, I think the next day or something, Florida Man posted this. Doesn't this look familiar? From November?
But she's not talking to him, right? She's not in with him like that, right?
Florida Man posted the screenshot from mine and Roberta's conversation.
So again, trying to bait you.
Exactly. She was hoping that you would say something about the other topic. And
Right.
you didn't do it. And she was hoping she was going to get a good screenshot for Florida Man. What a dirty bitch.
I mean,
Oh, just wait.
You
Hold
can
on.
pause it.
Fine.
and I think
First of all, what other topic? Okay? What other topic? What good screenshot did you think I was going to get? You made the decision, Scam, as a grown-ass woman with the platform you had, to tell me that you were absolutely not going to clear up that lie, even after I proved it to you, even after talking in circles, even after going out of my way to find this information that you were telling me you needed to see. And I showed it to you, and it still wasn't good enough because you're not going to clear up those lies on those people. Well, I'm going to tell you something. About a week ago, I think, I made a post, and my information of who the conversation was in between was incorrect. And it was against someone who I really do not like. Now, I could have kept that post up and let everybody run with it. But the second that I was aware that it wasn't the correct participants in that conversation, not only did I feel sick to my stomach, but I took it down and I made an apology to the same person who I cannot stand. That is where you and I are different. Because my spite never overrides my morals. You, on the other hand, walk around acting like you're completely innocent when you've been doing shit like this since 2024. And every single time you've been called out, it's the same song and dance. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Go watch my YouTube I'm monetized on and watch the lives that I clip and I change. Because I noticed you've been doing that too. It's weird how your timing on your videos, even with your weird ass fucking intro that you have, somehow are shorter than the actual lives. But I digress. Completely. So yeah, I was pissed. I was mad. How fucking dare you? Can you play just the audio of video 46?
It's in court.
Oh, I got
true colors already. True colors always come out.
Why? Make a book. You want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah, I get mad. Because I do get mad when people falsely accuse people of SA without proof and other inappropriate things without proof. Just like you've done to me. Accuse me of things without proof. That's all you do.
And it only matters when it's you, Scam. Because that clip was from 2024 and I took it off your YouTube. So you're welcome for whatever 10 cents you got from my view. I want to touch base on the spread love stuff. She made quite a few comments about spread love loves me. I made this clear on a multitude of lives and I'll make it very fucking clear now. I don't think spread love likes anyone. I have blocked her. I've never conversated with her. I don't go into spaces other than when I went into that sewer chat for 29 minutes that I didn't even know she was still in. But to push this narrative is not only false, but like pathetic. Because anybody who knows me knows I don't fly with that kind of shit. I've proven myself time and time again on this app. You know, there are questionable people who love you too, Scam. The difference is I don't have spread love in my spaces and doing my dirty work for me. The difference between you and I is you have people in your corner right now who are waiting for the time to expose you. And I surround myself with people who I genuinely love, who I have genuine friendships with, without this fucking drama. In another part of your live, you speak about how Rammer Jammer was a mod for Florida Man. And you made that a whole highlight. And that was back in like 2024, I believe. So if we're going to play by your rules, perhaps we should start talking about the people who you surround yourself with. Oh, Reds, I love you. Can you go to number 47? Miss, I'm not friends with 13. I don't go in spaces with 13. And this is just one of many, mind you. I could have probably, if I wanted to, had 200 videos and screen recordings and screenshots. But since everybody dislikes my number system so damn much, I wanted to save you the grief.
Fucking people.
I agree with you. Absolutely.
Yep. And the best part is then you have 50 Shades over there trying to be relevant. And
Oh, jeez.
saying, well, I hope my name's not on there. Well, I hope my name's... Don't worry about it. You're not important. You're not on there. You know what I mean? It's like, shut up. Being somebody that wants
Now listen to
so
Scam.
important as that person.
Like, does she want her name to be on there? That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
telling you.
they do.
These fucking people.
Did anybody catch that? 50 Shades, pronouns are he, him. Scam knows that. Can you play number 48, please? That was also 13. Just chilling. You know, they were just kikiing it up, but they don't like each other.
I still don't feel great. Yeah, ghosting Shade. I think you were referring to that person as Shade, and they're saying that you made a comment about 50 Shades or something, and they took offense to it. I don't know. I have no clue. Anyway, I still don't feel great. Yeah, ghosting shade. I think you were referring to that person as Shade, and they're saying that you made a comment about 50 Shades or something, and they took offense to it. I have no clue. Anyway, I still don't feel great. Yeah, ghosting Shade.
You can pause. Thank you, honey. That's what they were talking about, Scammy, since you were so darn confused. Because misgendering people is not out of the ordinary for Scam. Is it? Ange, can you come up here, honey? Please and thank you. And 50, I want to, I didn't know you were in here. I am so sorry. Truthfully.
Howdy.
Hey there.
Hi,
How you
everybody.
doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about how Florida Man got introduced to Scam, please?
Yeah. So back in the day, I was originally called Baby Impala. Some of you guys know me, some of you guys don't. I was with 13, and we were exposing Scam and her associates at the time. And we were trying to find somebody because we were being silenced and discredited. So we were trying to find somebody to talk to that would give us a platform. And we went to other people, and we kind of just didn't like their vibe. And when we went to Florida, we went to Florida Man. And Florida Man allowed us to have the voice.
Thank you. And to provide proof of that, can you put up screenshot number 49, please?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, Kendra, hold on. What are you talking about? Ange has normal crickets. Are my crickets like...
They have an Eastern accent to them, I guess. I don't know.
They're Southern crickets, y'all.
Oh, they're Southern crickets. Okay. 13. We tried to go to Tech and Petty, but they haven't responded. Florida Man may be our only hope. 6/17/24. Now, reminder, FM also was going after somebody else in those quarters, right? For distasteful language toward women. And 13 went to Florida Man and asked him to help take you down, Scam. But that's your friend. That's who you have in your quarters. But now you deny it. And you usually do deny it. Like, she's like I don't know. Everybody talks to her, but nobody admits it, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't know if this is part of the screenshots, but I also want to put out there that 2 years ago, even though it's always fuck 13 for me, Scam went real life on 13 and brought her family members onto this app. So I'm just want to put that out there as well.
She absolutely did. She had her sister on a platform, and that video is still available. Just to let you know. So, but Scam doesn't go real life. Number 49, please. Or I'm sorry, number 50. The second person is TikTok Beggars, aka Chrissy Tina, aka we know her over here as Chrissy Tuna. This was a video where Florida Man made about me when he was coming for me. I know that sounds so familiar. Me. He did that to me. Hold on a second, y'all. She might be doing something. It's been a long 2 hours. I'm so sorry, y'all. We're almost done.
What number again?
Number 50.
Okay, 1 second.
Ninja has crickets. I had fireworks going off earlier.
This video?
No. It was the one you had up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. LOL, your tags are crazy on this one. Not as crazy as Bob and her Build It crew. The new laborers, 13 and Banana, messed up some paperwork. Only thing Bob's Wreck It crew can build, can you move it up, are felony rap sheets. Now, this is not the only evidence of her being involved with Florida Man. She was in his discords. She handed him information on people, personal information. So if that is questioned, I am more than willing. Anything, really. If you need more on anything, you just let me know. And I'll send it right over to you of the proof of these people and their involvement and entanglement in this side. Can we go to number 51? Here is a live of Queen Witch Nikki when she was a mod for Petty, and Coach Crystal was a mod for Petty, and at that time Florida Man was also a mod for Petty. And if you look, Coach Crystal is also a mod for Queen Witch, and Coach Crystal now is known as Spark Plug. Okay, can we go to number 52? Down there, we have Sassy in Scammy's comments. Sassy's loving up all the comments. Always, I'm going to be there at your live, Scam. Don't you worry. However, Sassy's been in all the spaces too. Now, I want to preface something. I'm not coming for y'all. But if the person you sit in lives of, you're rah-rahing for them to attack people based off of where they were a year ago or 2 years ago, well, then you be damn sure that energy is going to be returned back to you like a damn boomerang, because ain't nobody exempt based off of who they sit behind. And this whole intimidation factor that you get a free pass if you condemn or you condone what Scammy is doing and Scam is doing is not what you think it is, because that doesn't fly. Number 52, I think.
Just real quick, 50 wanted me to let people know that 32 more heart me's, something like that. If the heart me's, guys.
Oh, you guys don't have to. You don't have to do all that. It's okay.
I was just relaying a message.
I know. Thank you.
Or excuse me, he asked me to. Sorry about that.
And then can we go to number... What number are we on? 53. That's not 53. Oh, wait, 54. I'm sorry, 54.
Because,
Mind you, that screenshot was from after Scam's mods had left her. Okay. Oh, wait, real quick. Before I show these. I think something got mixed up, love. Oh, God. Yeah, because 54 is a video.
because
this, the scam.
We all know the problems that T had.
Yep.
All the stuff that Florida Man did on her lives. And she has not taken, in my opinion, she has not taken responsibility for it. She has not taken accountability. She has not apologized to the people that have been affected by it. A blanket statement saying that, I'm taking accountability for what happened and I'm sorry it happened to, her live audience, which did not include the people that were affected by the doxing. And then the same day saying that she doesn't have to effing excuse anybody. We can all F off. So, that's not going to change. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what is going to change is that we've already seen what can happen firsthand when he is in somebody's live. And we all seen what he did on T's live. Yeah. If something like that happens again.
You can pause that, honey, and then do it you. Take care of your stuff. I'm so sorry. She was talking about T, who was in her live just recently, because T also was over here and is also involved in some stuff that, again, you can ask around about, because I know that a comment was made about me not addressing Prevailed T in the live I did about the similarities between her and Diagnosis. There was comments made about me not calling her out in my live and not wanting to speak on it. I didn't want to speak on it because I didn't want her to be able to say I talk shit on her. I absolutely had questions for her. And unlike you, Scam, I don't silence people just because they might tell me something that might contradict what I'm asking them about. I have no problem listening to people if they're being accused of something or if people feel some way about somebody. Because if you notice when you watched my live, and I'm sure you cut this part out, I did say this is my opinion. This is how I felt. This was not solid proof. If you do not feel this way, that is fine. Keep it moving. If the shoe does not fit for you, I understand. But you said I made false allegations. An allegation is a concrete statement stating that this is this. I did not do that. And you know I didn't do that. And I did try to get into a box with her and discuss it. When I went into Prevail T's live after my live, she ended up saying I talk shit and she blocked me. I did not talk shit, and I did not talk shit for a reason. And if you watched her live after my live, it was very shady and it was weird the way she responded. But that was my personal cue. That is what I picked up on.
And just real quick, it was when T was over here on this side and allowing people from this side in her spaces, she was being attacked same as us before all the stuff came out.
Yep. And then when she started to get attacked for information that came out about her, that people did not want to be around her anymore, that is when Scammy scooped her up again. Then we could talk about Megs. I don't even need to put any proof out on Megs because everybody knows Megs and we all know where she did sit and then where she is now. Megs, you were all up in the bullshit. Until what? Until it wasn't benefiting you anymore and it turned on you and it didn't work out for you. And then you are now accepted in other spaces because of that. And then finally, we're going to discuss J Grandma. Are we going to talk about what happened when you left Scam, J Grandma, with the other months? We going to talk where you comfortably sat for a while? Or are we going to ignore that and act like that didn't happen? I'm seeing a lot of contradictions occurring. And there's more. There's more people. Monster said, Megs lied about being robbed. The proof is on her page. So go take a look. Go take a gander. But now we're going to talk about doxing, because I hear a lot of, he doxed and I was doxed and I would never dox anybody. I hear that a lot, which is fucking crazy, because from the moment I stepped on this side, I was watching you dox. I saw the screenshots. I watched the lives. I also heard the testimonies from your mods when they left you. People who you once called family. Talk about past and current behaviors. Scam. Let's talk about why your friend pool is a waterfall with a few who don't fall off. Shall we? Because throughout the course of time, you were confronted by a multitude of people who you doxed, and you denied it every single time. You would be staring at a screenshot of you doxing someone, and you would go, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Go watch my YouTube.
Imperfect said, check your DMs, please.
Feel free to talk about how Breezy led us into a mod chat. Oh, Imperfect just let me know that Breezy led her into a mod chat to delete stuff. All the mods when they left. Did I say that correctly, Imperfect? I just want to check to make sure I said that correctly and I read that right. Imperfect was a mod of scams for a very long time. They were close to the point where guess who went with Scam to get the PO on Florida Man? Imperfect did. I don't know if she answered yet. I just want to make sure I said it right.
Yeah, she hasn't answered yet. I'm checking.
Okay. Thank you, Monster. The video of Megs is up. So go check it out. I'll wait for Imperfect to answer. If somebody could send her a little message.
Imperfect, could you confirm that Bob said that correctly, please? I messaged her too.
She might be busy. But we'll get back to that then. It is wild, I agree. Oh yeah, 13 did say that Megs lied and wasn't robbed. She did. You are absolutely right. She absolutely said that. Applesauce love, are you busy still? If so, I don't mind. Imperfect. Did I read that correctly? Okay, yes, I did. So I read that correctly. Breezy allowed the mods when they left to go into the mod chat and delete things. In case anybody. Miss Breezy B. Oh, she's a fun one. Listen, I don't know. I've never seen somebody fight so hard for anything in their entire life. 13 fights to be accepted on the platforms in which she destroyed people on. 13 did a lot of foul shit.
I think I'm
And
good.
you're good. Okay. I'm sorry. If you need to ever, like, listen, if at any point you need to pause and whatever, be my guest. You don't even need to explain. Just do your thing, okay? I should have said that from the beginning, but I didn't think about it. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you play the video number 55?
The one I stopped just a minute ago. I don't remember what number.
No, this one's a different one. This one is the one that I had told you needed to be replaced in the order.
Okay.
No, but you ain't even lying. B, you're not even Ooh. That's too funny. Mexican homie, how you holding in over there?
I'm doing great. I'm just excited about receiving the gifts that I did because I guess that was a big issue over on Scam Slam's live stream since they were streaming you. Because supposedly I got 264 coins, whatever.
That's an issue?
Yeah, because I guess I'm supposed. I guess I'm supposed to turn off your gifts when you go live.
Wait a second. So we all on each other's payroll then. Is that what I'm hearing?
So I'm supposed to turn off your gifts when you live stream. So I guess they're making a big. They made a big hoot and a holler. I got sent a screenshot. Mrs. Homie got sent a screenshot of somebody over there in the comments section making a big deal because I'm balling out of control with the gifts that were sent. I'm all like, so what am I supposed to do? Go grab Bob's phone and say, "Excuse me, could you move out of the way? I got to turn off your gifts."
Listen, I already gave you a friendship bracelet. I'm not giving you my password too.
I'm telling you, I can't win to win. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation for me. So, but since they are listening and watching, I will gift whatever I receive is going to go back to a creator. It'll go back to somebody that's on TikTok. So that way they're not all super upset. I don't want to make nobody mad. You know, I just.
Well, that's impossible here. So you're not going to win either way. You might as well, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to do with it.
Well, you know,
I'm Dr. Pepper, I guess. Buy a can of soda. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's just it's hilarious. You know, the things that they come up with. I don't understand it, but okay. You know, hey, we're balling over here. We're just balling out of control.
Do you remember playing with a Stretch Armstrong when you were younger?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's old school.
That's Scams and Scammies arms. Like that's what they desire to be. They stretch so far for things when their obvious scrutinies are so in your face. You don't even need to like twist it or turn it. It's right there. They have to dig deep. That I actually am concerned for their pants. So I'm so sorry that you're receiving shit over my gifts being on. I'm really sorry about that. But I will say again, I'm not awareness, and I never expect anybody to gift. I always say, please don't do it. But when people decide to do what they feel they want to do with their money, I think as grown adults, Scam and Scammy and whoever else was in the comments, I think you all need to take a hint that it is not your place to show your jealousy.
I always have my gifts turned off, and but we're awareness. I've heard
Right,
you.
and I respect that.
Yeah,
I
and
respect that fully.
you've always said that you're not awareness since I came across you, across your platform. So what you do with your platform is up to you. And like I said, I don't know what they were expecting for me to say. Hand over your phone immediately, Bob. I'm going to turn off your gifts. This is unacceptable behavior on your part. No, that's not how it works. And see, they reach for everything, and like I said, it's an obsession. It's an obsession at this point. The same thing that they did to Florida Man and continue to do to Florida Man, they're doing the same thing to me. And it's weird. It's weird that they say they cover beggars and scammers, but they're obsessed with so many people, and they've been talking about so many different, several people over the years. It's it's super obsessive and super weird, and maybe I should get a restraining order.
Listen, I know a guy who can go with you, but I don't know how that's gonna work.
uh,
Oh,
so,
shit.
you know,
But I
I,
will say, at this point, I even question what her if she is even awareness anymore, because it feels like lately her lives that she holds are more geared toward people who aren't awareness. So and aren't begging for money or anything like that. They're just part of her, her drama cycle she's been in for 2 years. So I wonder what's her label now. Is that why she keeps her gifts on? I mean, I'm confused, but we'll never get
it,
an answer.
yeah, we're not going to get an answer. For Scamslam to say she's awareness, she surely is monetized over on her YouTube account,
That she is.
and
That
and
drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah. So, I want to thank you for allowing me to get in the box over here. I want to thank you for getting in the box over on our platform yesterday. Like I said, you could expect many live streams from them regarding me, regarding yourself, Bob, because watch the obsession take over, and they're going to be obsessed with you as well. And it's just
Oh yeah.
you'll see it. You'll see it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I know. I mean, I have been seeing it from other people, and I think that's why I kind of like never really got involved with that stuff to that extent, because I saw what it was. There was no accountability. There was no, everything was, I didn't say that, I didn't do that. But the way she acted when I came back, and the way she was running to people, trying to get anybody and everybody who would possibly listen to her to not speak to me, because believe it or not, I reached out to two people when I came back. When Monster was trying to have conversations with her, I also had reached out, and one person told me they would do it, and then they blocked me. And the other person never responded to me, but then was in a live and speaking on how it was bad for Checkmate to have me in that live about Caught in 4K, because I'm quote unquote Florida Man people. Now, I had put out proof that I was not. I told people, I had put out screenshots proving that I absolutely did not condone what was happening. It was not enough. And like, it goes back to the sense where I told you when I said, if I held a live with Florida Man in March, and I had a cordial conversation in April with Scam and remained neutrals with her until I deleted the app, how can she say I was Florida Man's people? But this is part of the obsession. She finds something, it's like throwing shit at a wall. What will stick? And she finally found something that was sticking for a minute. And what started to happen was the people who were with her on that, boycott of anyone who was ever in Florida Man's vicinity, a lot of those people had conversations. They talked. They forgave each other. They apologized to each other. They understood each other from a different level. They're maturing. They're moving forward from it. They're trying to find that peace that they were striving for prior to everything. And now she's losing grip. She's losing grip. And the reason she's losing grip is because you can only weaponize one singular person against everybody for so long before that glue no longer holds. So I'm expecting the obsession. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with it. It's expected from her, but it's not okay, I guess is what I'll say.
I just, like I said, I want to say thank you for allowing me in a box. It is greatly appreciated. I will
Thank
stay
you.
tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I got some things I got to take care of. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the gifts, and I will.
Before you drop, Mr. Homie,
Yeah,
I think that's wild that she would say that to you, considering how much she made on a 30-hour live that she done on Lisa Richard.
I could imagine. I could imagine.
It was way up there. Yeah. I can't remember the exact amount. I've got it somewheres, but yeah, it was up in the hundreds. I mean, um, close to 1,000.
Wow.
A
Yeah.
30-hour live. She was on vacation and held a 30-hour live, and claimed that she donated that money, but was supposed to show proof, but never did. But yeah,
Wow.
And
so that's wild that she would even say that.
I do want to let you know that coming up here in the screenshots, I do have her doxing. I'm going to speak on Chuck and the lie that she told on Chuck just as recently of what she did. As well as the proof of something of her saying she had 2 sons and then suddenly only having 1. I want everybody to know these things because I know I've spoken highly or not highly, but a lot about her live yesterday. But everything she said yesterday fell into these points. So I do want everybody to know that. But yeah, I do find it wild that she has any audacity to say about what my platform's doing when she's claiming I'm trying to control hers. That's
Thank
crazy.
you, Bob. You have a blessed evening. I'm gonna go
You
take care of
too,
what I
thank
have to
you.
take care of, and we'll see you around on these crazy TikTok streets.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a blessed evening.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. Did you find number 55, my love? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't dox people, but I know who a lot of these people are. Yep. Let them keep telling lies because, I don't dox people, but I know who a lot of these people are. Yep. No, I don't dox people, but I know who a lot of these people are. Yep. Let them keep telling lies because, I don't dox people, but I know who a lot of these people are. Yep. No, I don't dox people.
Can you go to number 57? Or I'm sorry, 56.
There you go. Thank you.
This was Nikki's job being doxxed. And it was on during that green light time, and it was on a the account doxing people was a fake account that turned out to be Shannon. Shannon did not crop her screenshots, and if you see at the bottom, there's an emblem of where that screenshot came from. Can you go to number 57? That came from Scams Facebook. That's what that emblem was at the bottom. Can you go to number 58? That's Pig Latin that she was using to dox someone. Can you go to number 60? Here's Imperfect Survivor. This is a screenshot of partial of what the video showed, which showed her full entire name. At the bottom there, it says message Scam Slam. Can you go to number, what are we on? 66, 60 and a half. It's like Harry Potter. We have We have different quarters. That was the video. Can you go to number 61? It's a video. I want to clear, before we go into this Chuck situation, and the reason why Chuck aligns with Imperfect is because Imperfect got into a box when Scam was once again trying to lie for the same thing she supposedly took accountability for. She lied about it because she was around new people who didn't know what she did. And she was hoping that nobody would listen to the people who knew what she did because based off of their association with Florida Man. Imperfect went into a box and told Smash exactly what had happened, as well as a few others did. But before we get into that situation, she said in her live last night that screenshots were shown in my live from last week on the diagnosis situation that had FM and /Mike reference at the top. She tried saying that I was somehow involved and got that information from Florida Man. Can you play number 61, please? I think you're muted, love.
Wait, I want to point something out on this screenshot. Look who they got look at what it says at the top. Florida Man / Michael Kinney. A couple of their screenshots say that at the top. Does that mean that he sent them to them or something? Why does it say that at the top? Is that like something that pops up when you send it in a like Snapchat message or some type of messages or something?
I do not have Snapchat.
The way that the no bullying and harassing is cut off, it almost makes me wonder if it's not like a repost or a screenshot. Like, you know how some people steal videos or repost, you know, it almost makes me wonder if it's not that kind of thing. Because people do that all the time. But
well, she's trying to kind of like distance herself.
It's not inclusive of one person.
She seems like she's trying to distance herself from the Florida Man stuff, but yet, like, why is his name at the top of some of these screenshots? It's not the only one. I think there's a couple of them, and I just forgot to point it out. I think there was a couple of them. Why does it say that at the top? If you're like, if he had nothing to do with, he still has nothing to do with anything, you know, he's in jail, we're just supposed to, you know, move past, blah, 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 blah. Why is his name here in this screenshot of this live that you just held, like, what was it, like a week ago or something? What? Is that the source of this information that you're presenting? Are you presenting information like your source was Florida Man? Your source for this stuff? That's not suspicious or anything. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to point something out.
Well, Inspector Gadget, let's figure this one out together. Can you go to number 62? I'm going to show you what happens when you go to somebody's profile and when you go to their playlist. Sherlock Holmes.
Anybody on TikTok, they can. You can't stop them.
Diagnosis, claiming that, and it was very hard.
Look up top.
Anyone's got messages, personal messages for diagnosis. And don't understand what they.
Anybody can can stream my lives. Anybody. I mean, anybody on TikTok, they can. You can't stop them.
See that? All right. Now it's crazy. What a wild accusation you made, insinuating that I have ever spoke to Florida Man about diagnosis. You look fucking stupid. And what a wild accusation you made when you could have literally just gone on TikTok and figured that one out on your own. But okay. Your word is so solid. Now we're going to go into Chuck. Oh, Chuck. Can you play number 63?
Made against me, and that's why the police were called. The police are handling it. I already had sent a message to MJ and let her know all about that. And
you sat on lives and admitted that you ran a background on him and knew he was a P3 and that you decided not to tell anybody in your Discord.
That's not what I said.
Yes, it is.
That
You have absolutely said that before.
No, that's not true. That's not true. So if you want to play it, that's fine. I had respectfully earlier today messaged you, MJ, and asked you.
I know you keep saying that, but I didn't know that she had 3 total lives. I've seen she's had 3 total lives. I didn't think she talked about it 3 times back to back.
She admits in this live that the police called her and that she's ignoring what the police said. So, yeah. But my police are involved now. That was her police. My local police are involved.
I'm going to go find Smash's live where you admitted it last time. Thank you. Bye.
No, there was someone in the Discord over 2 years ago that had. They keep saying that he was on a registry, but he was not on any kind of registry. Apparently, the person had a Romeo and Juliet type of situation like 23 years ago, and he was removed. He was in there for a brief time. He was removed. I had like 600 people in my Discord at that time. We weren't all friends. Nobody was supporting and defending it or anything like that. He was removed.
I know, I can't remember if it was sent to me or if it was shown on a live. I have to go back and look. But I do know for a fact that what Mal is saying is factual. That is why MJ, I've said from day one when people started coming over here, there are some that I will be civil with, but I will not befriend, for lack of better terms.
What is going on? Oh, and there were no or anything of the sort. I mean, it's a
Okay. So you lied. You lied about the Chuck situation, something you already had admitted to. You already said that you took accountability. You already said you already spoke about that. You had already looked him up. You knew that his charges were not Romeo and Juliet. Yet you had that man in your Discord where people were putting the family photos in. And to this day, you refuse to admit they were doing that. You refuse to admit that people's pictures of their families were being put in that Discord. And you had a fucking P3DO in there. But because he wasn't registered because of Pennsylvania state laws that you even said were stupid, you didn't tell anybody. And then when you were called out for it, you lied in Smash's live. And when Imperfect went up there and told the truth, you got pissed off. Can you finish playing that video if you can? Only if you can. If you can't, then just let me, I can wait.
Just 1 second.
Yep, no problem. And I know a lot of you, not a lot of you, but some of you were absolutely around when that happened. There's probably some of you in this chat who were in that Discord with family photos in it. We have somebody in the chat right now saying they were. And another person. She lied and said there was a vote to keep him.
Absolutely said that before.
Shit.
No problem. Go ahead, flip flop.
It's okay. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me come up, and just remember this is your live, MJ. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I feel like I got poop again.
It's getting messy, and I don't
Like diarrhea.
Y'all are giving expressions.
I got diarrhea, guys.
love you. Bye. I'm one of Scam's ex mods. I was in the Discord when all this
Not
happened.
Scam's ex is in here. Who
That
said
shit had me rolling.
Hey, the last time I got in the box and spoke to Truth about her, she sent my information and doxed me. So you gonna do it again, Scam? Because I can.
You mean your TikTok? You mean your TikTok profile?
No, not just my TikTok profile.
Yeah,
Why
your
would
TikTok
you do that?
profile.
You want to get up here and cry like a little bitch because people.
I'm
see
not
your
crying.
shit.
I'm not crying.
Why would you send my information to somebody for speaking the truth about you?
Your TikTok profile?
No, it was more than my TikTok profile.
No.
Either way,
it was your
I don't
TikTok
give a
profile.
fuck what it was. Why would
Do I
you
got
do
any
the same
troops
thing?
for backup?
Does my TikTok profile have my whole name on it?
It did at one point, yeah.
No, my TikTok has never had my name on it, bitch.
Okay.
I've always just been covered. Quit doing dirty shit and lying, and then when people call you out, you want to go behind the scenes and dox them and try to get some crap shit.
I didn't dox anybody.
Oh yeah, you did because you sent someone my name.
No.
You sent someone my for what intention? For what intention?
I think I'm gonna start smoking everybody.
For her to make the accusations that she made against me, and that's why the police were called. The police. All right. So she didn't dox her. And then it was, which I've already proven she absolutely did. And then it was, well, your TikTok had its full name on it. No, it didn't. And if you want to go back to what you did say, or somebody said before, if you want to go back to what you said before, which was that, what was it? That Imperfect did a self-doxing video that had her name. That was back in 2024. When she had done that, it was for the sole purpose of your platform and because they were standing behind you and to get above or get somebody had the genius idea, hey, before we get doxed, we might as well dox ourselves. I'm sorry, I thought that was silly. But anyway, you use that self-doxing video as an excuse when in reality, you put out Imperfect's name in a dangerous situation for dangerous reasons with the intended purposes for that information to be used against her. And you know it. So we just watched you lie right then and there. But now that we're talking about the self-doxing video, I think we should talk about how I made a video. I made a video when Monster had you in a box. Well, she went into a box you were in, and she questioned you on allegations that were put out there. And that was that your stepson had some SA charges. And you claimed you don't have a stepson. And you claimed that you only had one son. So me remembering the self-doxing videos, I remembered yours. So I went and found it and I put it up on my page. And I was told that you told people that that video was fabricated. Can you please play number 64?
I take full responsibility for all
Oh,
the
wait, no, not
screenshots.
this
They are
one.
mine. I put them in.
That's the last one. 64 is the, it's got Monster in a box with, Scam.
You're sitting up here
We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Drink that.
Can you go to number 65? This one is the one we did with the iPad with Imperfect's profile. Now, remember, it was said I fabricated that. This is Imperfect's profile. These are her videos, okay? A piece of paper is covering this video so nobody gets doxxed again. But watch. So you can see at the bottom, nothing has changed. This is straight off her profile. She had privated the video. In the video, everybody had the same video. Everybody had it up on their page. Each one of them put their picture. Can you pause it there? Can you get close? Oh, okay. There we go. Try to focus that. Oh, we're having a little... I'm trying to click the screen like I can do anything from my side. I have 2 grown sons. So you're just lying to fucking lie. People ask you questions and you just lied to fucking lie. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And you're lying to the people that you're trying to get to believe you, too. I would be so mad if I backed somebody because I believe them, only to find out that everything they were saying has quite a few holes in it. I'd be so mad. You're both mad that you're not absolved from your sins. And you avoid the same reflection that your own actions that you blame everybody else for. You call out everybody else for. But when it comes to when you guys do it, you lie and deny until you can't anymore. And then you hope people forget. And I think that's what happened here. I really think you thought that people would not listen to anybody who had any association with FM. And you were hoping that you could get away with that. And the unfortunate truth is not everybody believes that you can hold other people accountable for other people's actions. Because that's not right. Because like I always say, what if it's you one day? Then what? What if somebody does that to you? What if somebody doesn't listen to you based off of someone that you knew did something they did? The people who were in quarters with Florida Man or were friends with Florida Man, went in boxes with Florida Man, were whatever the case may be. At one point had an interaction with Florida Man, just like the people who sit in your chat, people who sit in your boxes, scam and scammy, does not mean they're bad people. And I don't think they're bad people for sitting with you. But you don't feel that way. Unless it benefits you. And that's pathetic. That makes you pathetic. I hope you realize that. When you have to coast on the actions of one individual to avoid the actions that you did, that's embarrassing. I'm just saying it's very fucking embarrassing. And I'm going to do one more video, I think. Maybe. Oh, no, actually. Can you put up number 66? It's the only in audio. And in the words of Scammy,
Well, no, I'm not apologizing because
No, you're
you
good.
know,
You're good.
the
Just
difference,
it's fine.
the difference is this. When somebody says something about me, flat out like you did, yeah, I'm going to call you out on it. When there's somebody like you who's calling somebody out on it for what others are saying and you're attributing it to me, I mean, that's a little off. Well, no, I'm not apologizing.
it is a little
because
off, isn't it? It is a little off, isn't it? It's a little fucking off, Scammy. I agree. I'm glad we can agree on that. And then the last thing I'm going to show, last night somebody played the live that I had done with, they played a piece of a live that I had done with Florida Man, that I've spoken about multiple times in this live and before. In that piece of the live that they played, it was me, apologizing for screenshots not being fully redacted that I had, given to Florida Man to put up. By redacted, there was no personal information. There was nothing that wasn't done on the app. The redaction was of scam because other people were saying scam's name, and Florida Man at the time was actually, from what I had seen and what everybody else had seen, was respecting the protection order. Even though during that time you were very actively still going in boxes and speaking about him as much as you fucking possibly could. You were absolutely having people in your spaces who were telling you things, and you were absolutely trying to get in every Discord he had, even though nothing had anything to do with you. You kept going, and he did not say your name. He did not try to push anything. He actually told people to leave you alone. He told people he didn't want to be involved in that anymore. So I'm going to play that piece that I heard was being played last night so that y'all know, because I'm not sure what the motive was behind playing that, but it actually made sense to play it because I need you to know that there was a point in time where it wasn't this bad. It wasn't as bad as it ended up being. And that would be number 66.
I take full responsibility for all the screenshots. They are mine. I put them in to a folder, and that was where it left it. So I just want to make that clear. This is my fault. I take full responsibility for all the screenshots. Okay. They are mine. I put them in.
And just a few points I want to hit on that I wasn't able to throughout showing these screenshots. As far as the casting shade account, you're saying that it could be a beggar, it could be this person, it could be that person. We could say the same about diagnosis, and I have been saying the same. Okay? The difference is diagnosis is lying. I have proven that diagnosis has told numerous amounts of lies, but you want to claim that everything this person says is true, which once again makes you exactly what we know you are, and that is a fucking liar. Also, it's not that I'm not good at AI. I choose not to use AI. I know you said that as well. I choose not to use AI. It wastes water, and we don't really have a plethora of that. I don't care what my friends do. I also don't use ChatGPT. I don't care what my friends do. And if they use it, that's cool. There's been times I've been like, hey, can you make this for me? Because I will not download the app. But I don't think there's a such thing as not being good at AI, you weirdo. And yes, as far as your claims that you could easily take words off of AI videos, you did a whole demonstration. Yeah, you could do that. But why would Prevail T be writing in that funky way because her videos were coming first. And then why would Diagnosis take them off and put their, none of that makes sense. You reached so hard to try to prove everything that I said to be wrong. And like I said, you didn't need to agree with me. Nobody did. It was an opinion. It was me saying, here's what I think it looked like, and you can believe me or don't. I do not mind either way. You also said in multiple times that screenshots that I had put up made you look good. The difference between you and me, Scam, is I don't mind if screenshots I put up make somebody look good. If they said it, they said it. If they did it, they did it. I don't need to take those parts out to make myself feel fucking better or to make myself feel superior. You do. I don't. And to be quite honest with you, I think that says a lot more about you than it does about me. That you were so hell-bent on how good some of these screenshots made you look. She's so stupid. Did you realize that makes me look better? Cool, Scam. If you needed those points, good for you. I hope that it made you feel really good about yourself for like a hot 5 seconds, because clearly you needed the self-confidence. We all see that. And I think that there was so much more, but I didn't add. I think that pretty much sums up the most recent events, as well as her outline she gave me with her live last night. Thanks again for that, because I didn't know where I was going to start and how I was going to end. But you, ma'am, you did that work for me. I want to offer anybody a box who might want to come in if they also have had shared experiences, if they want to speak their piece. I want to give everybody that opportunity. I know it's late. I know we've been going at it hard. You guys are amazing. You rock. Thank you so much for all the support. I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me through all this, because I know it's been a lot. So if anybody wants to come up, you are more than welcome. And I do want to touch on something that I also forgot to say. There was a point in time, Scam and Scammy got along famously with the people that they're going after now, such as people as in Virgo. And MJ. I very much so remember, and I should find the clip and post it, because I remember watching this. Remember, ladies, when we were watching this and I was like, yo, why is Scammy kissing ass so hard? You were so admired by MJ. It was actually weird how hard you were trying to fit in. It felt like I was in high school and I was watching someone finally get to sit with the cool kids at the lunch table because there was no other seat. But it was it's crazy how much you admired her. And then somehow it switched up to, she doesn't like me, I don't like her either. And then you like started going hard at her. Well, and then the same with Virgo. You guys can't walk away from people. You just can't. You can't even just get your lick back or your back and forth in and then just be like, okay, I'm over it. Y'all stay stuck. You stay so stuck. And now you say, oh, well, Virgo used this with Florida Man. You knew that when you sat next to her during all of this. What changed? What fucking changed? And the only common denominator I'm finding is that you were isolated away from people because they saw who you are. Because I do not give a flying fuck how many lives you do. I don't care how many hours you sit there and you whine and you laugh, which, by the way, I need a care package of Tylenol and probably a fucking bottle of vodka for the amount of times I had to listen to your voice the past couple of days. That was not fair. And I expect apologies in my inbox immediately. But anyway, I don't care how much you do it. People will see you for who you are. They always do. You're mean, you're cruel, and you don't do things the morally correct way. And eventually you will find yourself in a cesspool full of like-minded individuals. And the fun part about that for me is knowing that those fucking people that you have hidden in the shadows that I will not speak on today, I know what they're capable of doing to you because I watched it with my own eyes. And that's all that will be left.
And just one more thing. Also, I feel like you should take some sort of accountability for your part in this, because I feel like if you didn't try to silence every single person that went against you, maybe so many people wouldn't have gone to Florida Man. Maybe if you let people speak their piece and say what they had to say and acknowledge that you hurt people, maybe so many people wouldn't have felt the need to go to him to be heard.
Absolutely. You're absolutely fucking right. Because I can't tell you how many times I've actually had like anger toward people and they've apologized to me and then I felt better. Like I didn't need anything else. Cool. Thank you for acknowledging my feelings. I really appreciate that. Now, obviously, with apologies needs to come change behavior. But regardless, you should have given people that option. And you didn't. You stood 10 toes down in the bullshit that you continued to do. And you acted as if you were innocent. And then on top of it, to put the cherry on the motherfucking top, you turned yourself around to be a victim. And after a while, people truly do get sick of hearing, but what about what he did to me? That's what he did to me. Really honestly tired of hearing it. And I want you to know, if I had the time and the bandwidth and the mental capacity to handle it, and I swear to you, can ask any one of my buddies, because I even tried to pawn this job off on somebody else and nobody else would take it. That's how grueling it was. But I was going to make a song with every time you've said Florida Man from 2024 up until now, all with different clips. And it was just going to be you going, Florida Man, 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 Florida Man. But I just couldn't do it. So I need everybody to pretend like I did that and laugh really hard at the idea of it, because I can guarantee you I'd at least get a 2-minute track out of that shit. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Bab. Listen,
How are
I just wanted to say that do you remember, because I know you're listening, bitch, but do you remember, Scuzzy Scammy, when you said you had a whole ass relationship, like this secret relationship with with FM's ex? Her name starts with an R. What she used to go by, her name started with an R in the SAP, if you know, you know. That you had this whole intimate relationship on the back end with her. And she didn't want to come forward because she was so terribly frightened of FM. She didn't want to come forward, but she somehow came to you and confessed that he SA'd her. Do you remember that, bitch? Because I do. It's imprinted in my brain. Because that was a whole fucking thing. And then when she found out about it and said, no, this ain't true. I've never even talked to you in a DM, bitch. What are you talking about? You didn't even have the decency to apologize to her. You just kind of, well, that just happened. You didn't even say sorry, bitch. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Does anyone else
that.
remember that? Oh, yeah, girl. It was a whole thing. I'm sure there's some OGs in here that very well might remember, but when she did that shit, yeah.
That's crazy. But you know what? It's on brand. It's definitely on. I wouldn't question it for a second. But it's definitely because it's so on brand. That's wild.
Anyways, I just wanted to come up here and share that because I will never fucking forget that shit, because I was actually really close to that ex. And she was shooketh that that would even be put out there. He may be a lot of things and have done a lot of shit, but he was never a predator like that. He was never essayed anybody. And she put that out there loud and proud. And then when the girl said, this isn't true, what the fuck are you talking about? She didn't even have the decency to fucking apologize to her.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
anyways, just wanted to remind her of that. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anne said there's a phone call coming in, and apparently Pepperidge Farm remembers. So there is that. Hi, Virgo. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I just want to clarify one thing. I've never been good with Scammy Claus or Scam Slam. But they do have, like, what you're saying is true, that they like to point fingers at people that they used to be cool with. I'm just not a good example of that.
Well, I mean, I think you're a good example in the fact of they were cordial with you. When they wanted something, they were at least cordial. If they weren't thick as thieves, that's fine. I take that back. I apologize for my
No, I don't want you to
miscalculation of
apologize.
my viewing point.
No, I don't want you to apologize. I just wanted to clarify that if the example is, oh, Virgo sat with Florida Man, then so did Jay Grandma. I just want to say that loudly so everyone hears.
Yes, she did.
We didn't forget about that shit.
She did. She forgot about it.
You might have forgotten about it, but we sure did over here.
And I listed about like what 6 people, but we all see more. There's more. I could probably do a whole live on the amount of people and their quarters of close to Florida Man. But here's the thing. That's not what we're trying to do over here. And the problem is she is. So when does tit for tat become a thing?
Well, we're playing different games. It's always like this thing where we're playing 2 different games and then trying to play them together, and it just, we're all looking around like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it doesn't make sense to us. But yeah,
Monopoly and checkers is what I'm saying. But thank you for clarifying that. I apologize, but there was a cordial relationship between everybody at one point, and it seemed like when things started to come out on them and people were like, I don't like that, like that's no better than what we just called out. That's when the vindictiveness started to come out, and that's when they started doing exactly what they were originally called out for. Right. So they just like kind of proved the point. They proved the point with their own actions, and they continue to do so on a daily basis.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm dropping.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. I don't know. I want to say that I want resolution and I want everybody to get along, and that part of Mean Girls where they're like, I want everybody to blow butterflies out of each other's ass, or whatever the fuck she said. I want to say that, but I know that it's not possible. However, I will not be lied on. I will not let my friends be lied on. I will not let you to continue yourself to walk through like you're, morally on a higher ground than anybody else when you do worse than most people. And furthermore, I know that there is individuals in this chat right now that I didn't even cover that you had doxed or you've done nasty things to, and you've gone out of your way to hurt and never even see where you went wrong. But somehow in the same breath, you're able to cry about the things that were done to you because they were so wrong and they were so vile.
Hey, Bob, can you accept Kendra's request? She's private. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, sure. You got to give me a second because it takes a hot minute for this.
No problem.
This to load for me. There we go. Gotcha.
Okay, I just came up here to ask everybody to tell Ange thank you for not having cornbread fed 6'8", 285-pound crickets in her yard. Violet has crickets that are so loud that you can hear them all the way across the world, and I have PTSD from that. So I'm very thankful that Ange's crickets are not, so loud that you can hear them over everyone talking and everything. And that's all. And I hope you have a good night.
All
Thank
right.
you. I will
I'm
be
glad that,
expecting a cricket video from you
yeah,
very
I'm glad
soon.
that you think that I have some kind of control over the crickets, but appreciate you.
She feeds them a very low calorie diet. Oh shoot. All right. Wait, what was that? Did I see that correctly?
I
Am I
mean,
seeing things?
they do. In my opinion, they don't want people to move on because if people move on with their lives and find peace, they don't have an audience to continue to do this.
Right. Yep. Yep. And that's exactly it. Um that's exactly it. Um do you want a box? For sure? Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure you weren't sleeping or nothing crazy. Hello, beautiful.
Hello. It's midnight. Can't believe I'm awake for this. But thanks for having me up. Look, Amnesia Talk keeps making videos where she mentions, that I was silent, and that I should have spoken out and said more about the horrible things that Florida Moon was doing. He did do horrible, foul shit. In fact, in MJ's box, I apologized to Malibu about the fact that her child was being posted. I spoke out privately about the things that were happening to Retina's child. I've sent proof to Smash of the way of things I tried to do behind the scenes to stop her chat from being doxxed. I sent proof to Virgo about things I did to try and stop her from being targeted. I went out of my way when he was trying to blame Enabler and Turtles for being contrary and held some awful lies and said the worst possible things about them. And I've heard them all in lives at some point in the past couple of weeks say that people are allowed to address things the way that they need to. If I had any way of trying to make things stop, it wasn't going to be by going on a live and screaming at him. Look at what happened to the people who did. OG got accused of murder, of running a pill mill. Smash's husband got accused of being a pedophile and that she was sending her or driving her kids potentially, under the influence to school. All of that was bullshit. I was not required to do I don't ever press the live button. I rarely get in boxes. You don't get to tell me how I react, just like we don't get to tell you how you react to it. And so I just want to say I tried to do my part. At some point, people stop listening to you, and I walked away. Skittles and I have made amends. We just actually had a conversation the other day via DM where we have made amends. I even apologized to Tattoos, back in 2025. And that apology still stands for, the wrong that I did to him. Even if, he doesn't like me still to this day, that apology was genuine. And so I am not required to play your game by your terms. I made my amends on the back end. If there are other people that I still owe apologies to, please reach out to me. I'm sorry for anybody that I hurt, but I did try. I did try my best. And not only did we try, we were attacked for it. Screenshots of when we took a stand against when he was posting the details about what happened with T's husband, about the victim and the victim's name. Screenshots were sent by some of his folks to him, and we were attacked, pulled into a call at 1:30 in the morning, videos made about us, for taking a stand against the things that he was doing to people that we didn't even get along with. So I'm just tired of this. We didn't do anything and we just sat back. So that's what I wanted to say.
I appreciate you. And you are absolutely correct, 100%. And it just makes the whole scenario look like they wanted people to stand up publicly that way that they would get attacked, and then when he was gone they could get attacked again. That's what it feels like, and that's sick. In my opinion, that is sick, because that's not for the right reasons, and that is not resolution, and that is not going to change anything. You just wanted people hurt, scammy, diagnosis, or whatever the hell you go by these days. And I could name a few others, but that's sick. And thank you, Wolfie.
You're welcome.
I know the chat is very appreciative, and they want you to read them a book. So
I will make an effort to find a book that's amusing, and I'll read it in Smash's live one day. I promised her.
You did.
But yeah, like, I guess my whole point was I tried, I did what I could. And just because I didn't do it in a way that you wanted people to do it doesn't make my approach and how I did it wrong. And I stood up for people that I didn't even get along with. Rutina's had me blocked for years. I still stood up for her behind the scenes. I sent messages to Holly Mae. Holly Mae knows. Her and I have had conversations, and I checked in on her when things were just going fucking insane. Excuse me for cursing. I don't generally do it, but it was out of control, and there was only so much that you could do. All right, I'm dropping.
You're absolutely right. All right. Thank you so much. Good night, Wolfie.
Good night.
You did. You did what you could, Wolfie. You really did. There wasn't really much else, and I don't think people understand the mental toll that it had. And I do think some people do understand, but from a different angle, perception.
Yeah, and it's very in this black and white way of thinking about it, like you say all the time, two things can be true at the same time. We can not agree with some of the things that Florida Man did, but we can also not agree with you, Scam.
That part.
We don't have to agree with you to not agree with him.
You're absolutely right. And I'm hoping that some people are able to take in the information that they gained today and use it wisely, in the sense of how you move, who you trust, who you believe. There's 3 sides to every story. And to only get one is not fair. I want to thank everybody who attended this live. I want to give a special shout out again, Mr. and Mrs. Homie. Thank you so much for attending the live. Thank you so much for offering me your platform if my live had been taken down. Thank you so much for letting me be heard. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who's shown me support. Everybody who's liked the live. Special shout out to Applesaucy for helping me out with all these screenshots. I know it was so much. Shout out to everybody who, helped me out and truly meant a lot to me. I've been wanting to do this for a long while, and I'm glad I was finally able to do it. I hope that everybody has a beautiful night. Thank you guys so much. I am so sorry that I suck at interacting with the chat. I stare off into space, and I find myself not able to speak if I'm reading. I try always watching you. I try. Because if not, then I'll lose it. Well, good. That makes me feel better, Monster, because I feel so horrible sometimes. But then it also saves me, because then when people say mean stuff, I don't see it. So it's like it never happened. But all right, guys, you have a beautiful night. Thank you again. I truly appreciate everybody for all the love and the support. And Scammy, I hope that you actually start owning some stuff instead of denying it, because at this point, this is just silly, right? It's just silly. All right. Sleep well.